I could be happy with anything, even though I order the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
Buy one, get one for $1 breakfast on favorites like toasty bagel sandwiches, hash browns, and more. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Coors Light pregame show rolls on here at Matthew Knight Arena. Ranked matchup between Oregon and Purdue. Pit crew already filing in and taking a look at the 14-4 Boilermakers. Matt Painter, a Purdue grad in 1994. He spent 20 years at Purdue, and he's won 69% of his contests, 461 and 207. They were in the Final Four last year with Zach Edey leading the way. Now it's Braden Smith leading the way. The preseason player of the year. He wears number 3, 15 points, 9 assists per game. Also, Fletcher Lawyer, 14 points a game for him. And then Trey Kaufman-Wren is averaging 17.5 points and 6 rebounds per contest. Kaufman-Wren, not a three-point shooter per se. He's 3 of 7, but all 3 of those guys shoot over 40% from 3. They're very efficient. That's kind of the big 3 for the Boilermakers. And what jumps off the page at me, all 3 of those guys are from the state of Indiana. Meanwhile, you've got on the Oregon side an Oregonian in Jackson Shellstad, an Oregonian in Nate Biddle that have oftentimes led the way for the Ducks. I think that's kind of fun that you get some homegrown talent leading these 2 ranked teams heading into this one today.
It's a battle of the natives, and it's going to be a well-coached game. Both teams are going to play hard. Matt Painter, one of the best coaches in the country, as well as Dana Altman. They both been to the NCAA tournament 16 times. You know they're going to get their teams up for this game, a huge top 25 matchup. But Braden Smith and Jackson Shellstad, the battle of the point guards, this is going to be must-see. And I am so excited about calling this game as the crowd starts to fill up Matthew Knight Arena. Oregon, I think, has an advantage today at the rebounding end. And Coach Altman talked a little bit about that in the pregame show. Oregon has got to get second chance opportunities and keep Purdue off of the glass and not let Braden Smith have his way out on the court, because he's as good a point guard as there is in the country.
We'll talk some more keys to this game. And looking at Purdue, you talk about building a resume. I mean, this is a team that's ranked in the top 17 in all the polls. The Ducks are right there with them. And 6-1 in Big Ten play. Meanwhile, 4-2 in Big Ten play for the Ducks. If you can take care of business, it starts to take shape in the conference standings. That's a big deal. And Oregon and Purdue are meeting for the 5th time ever, and this game will break a 2-2 tie. Purdue won the first meeting back in 1939, 2 days before Christmas, 41-35. Teams split the next 2 meetings in 64 and 87, and then Oregon won the most recent meeting back on December 23rd as well, but this time in 1988. The Ducks won in Mac Court. The 500th game that was played at Mac Court was against these Boilermakers, and Oregon won it. 2 proud teams that are going at it. We'll talk keys to the game coming up. First, though, Ashley Gentry with a look at some Big Ten scores around college basketball coming up as the Coors Light pregame show continues on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
First Interstate Bank is the proud sponsor of the Community Hero Program. Throughout the year, Duck fans have been submitting stories about heroes in our community. And First Interstate Bank wants to recognize Denise McCallum. Denise's love for animals and people is boundless, caring for strays, supporting neighbors in need, and even helping animals in the Philippines during typhoons. Despite battling cancer, she remains selfless, driven by faith, and always ready to lend a hand. On behalf of First Interstate Bank, thank you, Denise McCallum.
From the Oregon coast to the mighty Columbia, and from the Blue Mountains to the Siskiyous, we are with you. Whether your work takes you to the field, the forest, the factory floor, or the home office, no matter what you do, SAFE is with you, helping injured workers get back to work and helping to prevent future injuries by making each workplace safer and healthier. SAFE, workers' comp that really works. Learn more at SAIF.com.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Other places make you pay extra for that. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less. Book your appointment at leschwab.com. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com for details.
When you stay healthy, you can play to win. Optum Oregon is here to keep Duck fans in championship form. They offer affordable, quality care that's easy to access. Their lineup includes primary specialty and immediate care, plus innovative virtual care options when you're short on time. It's everything you need to feel your best. Optum is here for Duck fans and for Oregon. Learn more at OptumWinningPlay.com. That's OPTUM winningplay.com.
Welcome back to the Coors Light pregame show. Time for an update of scores from around the Big Ten and the nation. In the Oregon Sports Network studios, here's Ashley Gentry.
Big top 20 matchup coming up at Matthew 9 Arena. Your 13th ranked Ducks hosting the 17th ranked Purdue Boilermakers. Quick look at the rest of the Big Ten, and there's only one other game scheduled for today that shares the 12 o'clock slot. It's number 24, Wisconsin, looking to extend their 6-game winning streak on the road at USC, taking on the Trojans in the Galen Center. As for the top 25, we've got a couple of final scores for you. Tons of action going on over in the top 25, but we'll touch on these finals. Number 4, Alabama. They bounced back after their loss 102-97 over Kentucky, a big top 10 matchup, and Bama wins it over 8th-ranked Kentucky. Then number 10, Houston. They were on the road as well, taking on UCF, and this one was a close game, but Houston comes out on top 69-68 on the road, while number 14, UConn, loses at home to Creighton 68-63. We'll take a look at the rest of them coming up at the halfway mark, but we'll take a quick timeout and get you back courtside right after this. You're listening to Oregon Men's Basketball from Learfield.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give Duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your Duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Oregon Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
It's another exciting season of Duck basketball. Let's keep the fun going all season long by making sure everyone gets home safely. Before you start your car, always put your phone in park. That means turning notifications off, putting both hands on the wheel, and keeping your eyes on the road ahead. Because distracted driving puts everyone at risk. That's why it's illegal in Oregon. So don't let a fun day end badly, and let's all get there safely. Park your phone. It's the way to go. A reminder from ODOT. Coors Light pregame show at Matthew 9 Arena. Thanks to Ashley Gentry in the OSN studios. I'm Joey Mack along with Luke Jackson. All right, Luke, we heard some keys. We talked about it some. We've alluded to a few keys to success today for the Ducks.
I think the biggest key is containing Braden Smith and the pick and roll. Oregon, with its versatility, has been known to switch defenses, switch ball screens, and you have to contain Smith, who likes to dump it off to Trey Kaufman-Wren, who's a versatile big man, not necessarily a three-point shooter, but containing that pick and roll, giving him multiple looks. You can't stop Braden Smith, but you can contain him a little bit. And Purdue's going to have to stop the big two, right? Jackson Shellstad and Nathan Biddle. It's double trouble, pick and pop, pick your poison. So lots of great pick and roll action on both sides of the floor, but Oregon's going to have to contain Smith.
I think that defensive intensity, particularly in the second half, going to be important. Purdue's been a second half team of late. I think the Ducks need to keep that defensive intensity up. And fans, if you're listening on the way in, you can be an active participant in that. You can help fire up the Ducks throughout this entire game.
Big crowd already. Student section is completely full. The upper decks are starting to fill in. Should be a great college atmosphere here at Matthew Knight Arena.
Coors Light pregame show wrapping up. National anthem coming up and our Safeway starting lineup. Ducks hosting the Boilermakers on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people, for charting your own path, for choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else, because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU, power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join, federally insured by NCUA.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Other places make you pay extra for that. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less. Book your appointment at leschwab.com. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com for details.
Always us.
Takes it for three. Good from the left corner. Cutting to the basket. Two-hand jam.
This is Duck Basketball from Learfield.
Consider it done with ABC. Our family's been available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for more than 65 years. ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ever leave your child in a hot car? No, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Well, Big Ten is really good.
Bounce pass back to Angel. Gets under the basket and one. Pass to Bartholomew. Three. Yeah!
Every night out is really a top 40 game. Is a quad one game.
Drives against Biddle. Great defense. He blocked it away. Bounce pass back door. Bomba slam.
We're just trying to play our best basketball right now. Play our best basketball for 40 minutes because we know we're going to need that from here on out in the Big Ten play.
Shellstad three. That's good.
It's time for Duck Basketball on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield. Today's game is brought to you by Safeway, official grocery partner and tailgate headquarters of the Oregon Ducks. Les Schwab Tire Centers, doing the right thing since 1952. McDonald's. Download the McDonald's app today and earn free food with every purchase. And score a cheeseburger pack for $14.99 every Ducks basketball game day. Pepsi and Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks. Drink Pepsi. Coors Light. Choose chill. By OCCU, the credit union that gives you more. By U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank is a proud sponsor of Oregon Athletics. U.S. Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. And by Pacific Source Health Plans, doing what's right, not just what's required. Now let's go back to courtside. Here again, Joey Mack.
The Oregon Marching Band performing our national anthem here at Matthew Knight Arena. Joey Mack along with Luke Jackson here courtside as the University of Oregon ROTC presents the colors and now removes the flag from the floor here at Matthew Knight Arena. Time now for your Safeway starting lineup as we wrap up the Coors Light pregame show. Don Essig, the voice of MKA, here to introduce the Boilermakers of Purdue.
The Purdue University Boilermakers. At forward, 6'9", the junior from Sellersburg. Number 4, Trey Kaufman-Wren. At center, 6'10", senior from Fort Wayne. Number 1, Caleb First. At one guard, the 6'3" freshman from Lexington, Massachusetts, number 0, C.J. Cox. At guard, 6'5", the junior from Fort Wayne, number 2, Fletcher Lawyer. And at guard, a 6-foot junior from Westfield, number 3, Braden Smith. The assistant coaches, Brandon Brandley, Kerry Johnson, Paula, Sasha Stefanovic, P.J. Thompson. Head coach for the Boilermakers in his 20th year, Matt Painter. That's the Purdue Boilermakers.
Successful program out of Indiana, led by that big three of Lawyer, Smith, and Kaufman-Wren, joined in the starting lineup by First and Cox. That's 4 players from Indiana and then a freshman from Massachusetts in your Safeway starting lineup for the Boilermakers of Purdue. The lights go down at Matthew Knight Arena. Intro video rolls. Cheerleaders are on the floor, and the Ducks will be introduced in front of what is truly a light show here this afternoon. The Oregon marketing team has added some spotlights, and it looks like it is at least close to a capacity crowd as we get ready for tip-off here at Matthew Knight Arena. All of the seats, I hope, will be occupied today. That's going to make a difference in this one. Now let's hand it back to Don Essig.
Team, your big green lightning yellow Ducks of Oregon. At forward, 6'9", the senior from San Diego, number 21, Brandon Angel. At center, the 7-foot senior from Central Point, number 32, Nate Biddle. At one guard, 6'5", senior from Fort Myers, Florida, number 2, Jadrian Tracy. At guard, 6'5", senior from the Bronx, number 5, T.J. Bamba. And a point guard, 6-foot sophomore from West Lynn, number 3, Jackson Shelstad. Assistant coaches, Tony Stubblefield, Mike Meniga, Brian Fish, Louis Troy, Josh Jameson. Head coach in his 15th year with the Ducks, Dana Altman. That's our Oregon Ducks.
Safeway starting lineup with Don Essig. Safeway, the official grocer of the Oregon Ducks. Our tip-off is always brought to you by U.S. Bank, a proud sponsor of the Ducks. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Hoping for a capacity crowd at Matthew Knight Arena today. A difference maker for sure. I said that before the starting lineup, and there's a palpable energy in the building after that Safeway starting lineup. Duck fans, you should be fired up for this team. They have lost a couple home games, and it's something that Dane Altman has pointed to as a bit of a black eye for this team. Got to win at home, but they got a couple road wins and are returning home now for a top 25 showdown against the Boilermakers of Purdue. In a dark gray, the Boilermakers head to the floor. Purdue in that golden yellow across the chest. Oregon in the home whites today. Ducks in green across the chest. Brian Dorsey, DJ Karstensen, and Vern Harris, the officials for today. We're going to see two of the best point guards in the country square off in Jackson Shellstad wearing number 3 and Braden Smith wearing number 3. The jump ball will be Nate Biddle for the Ducks. Caleb First wins it for Purdue. We're underway at Matthew Knight Arena. Ducks and the Boilermakers in a top 25 matchup. Smith tries to pass it under the basket, deflected by the Ducks. Smith gets it back. Passes it to the right wing. Kaufman-Renn, the leading scorer, gives it right back to Smith. Slices into the lane. Smith to the left wing. Bounce pass to the free throw line. Shot up, no good from Kaufman-Renn. Ricochets off the backboard, and Oregon's got the rebound.
And Oregon switched every single ball screen there. 1 through 5. Nate Biddle ended up on Smith. Great job defensively.
Bamba with it for the Ducks to the right mid-post. Throws it to Smith. Purdue's point guard steals it, runs the floor, goes for the reverse, is fouled, and he hits the deck. Didn't make the bucket, and he landed with the photographers. He'll go to the line for 2. First team foul against the Ducks. Frustrating turnover leading to the first foul for Brandon Angel here this afternoon.
And this crowd is alive. Student section's on their feet. Boos early in the game, affecting the game already.
Smith misses the free throw. An 86% foul shooter, doesn't miss many. Smith splits them, goes 1 of 2. Purdue on the board first. Shellstad races up for Oregon, now sets the half-court offense. Screen up top, Shellstad, pass to the screener, Angel. Down the right side, driving, fouled. He made the basket. I think they'll call the foul on the floor. No, they'll say the basket's good. So count the basket, and Oregon takes the lead 2-1.
And that's a good sign for Oregon. Brandon Angel getting going early, drawing the foul. Might have been a little bit of a NBA continuation.
Yeah, I felt that
But
way.
I don't think Dana Altman's going to argue with the referee counting that basket.
Foul goes on Cox, the first for the Boilermakers. Angel bounces it in. It's 3-1 Oregon early. Purdue ball. Smith looks to Matt Painter, his head coach. Now gives it to Cox around midcourt. Back to Smith up top. To the right wing, help from a screen. Now to the elbow. Stops. Bounce pass under the basket. Shot up from Kaufman-Renn. Off back iron. Offensive rebound. Shot attempt is blocked. First tries to put it up. Foul called on the putback attempt. Lawyer was on his way up, and they get Bam Tracy for the foul.
And Altman already switching defenses. The first possession man-to-man. Second possession matchup zone. Trying to keep Smith off balance. Leading the Purdue Boilermakers.
Ducks by 2. Smith inbound to Lawyer. Short corner, left side. Pass out to Kaufman-Renn. Kaufman-Renn tries to get to the left block. Stopped by Angel. Works his way into the middle of the lane. Hook shot short. Rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Purdue. It'll be Oregon ball.
What a great matchup. Brandon Angel and Kaufman-Renn. 2 heady players. Can play in the mid-post. Stretch the floor. Hustle.
Shellstad across the timeline. 3-1 Ducks. Coming up on 2 minutes into the game. Bamba, right wing, throws it to Biddle up top, swings it over to Tracy. Fakes at the short corner, now passes it through the hands of Biddle. Shellstad's got it near midcourt. 9 to shoot. Screen hedged by Purdue. Pass to Bamba, right wing. Bamba, 4 to shoot. Into the lane, lobs it toward Biddle. Tip in, no! Rebound, Purdue. Thrown ahead to Smith. Oregon still up 3-1. Smith for the Boilermakers. Around the screen to the free throw line. Pulls up. Hits the J.
And that's where Braden Smith is so dangerous, getting into the teeth of that Oregon defense. Just smooth little mid-range pull-up.
Tied at 3. Shellstad to the right wing. Still dribbling. Shellstad now to the top. Passes it toward the right corner. Tracy dribbles. Tries to go baseline. Drives under the bucket. Throws it back out to Shellstad. NBA 3. Good! Oh, boy.
And he has been shooting with so much confidence of late. He's almost big shot Jackson Shellstad. Oregon's can depend on him when they need a bucket.
6-3 Ducks. NBA 3 good from Shellstad. Now Lawyer for Purdue. Bounce pass inside to Kaufman-Wren under the basket. Right side trying to go to work with a dribble. Now a spin move. Biddle blocks it out of bounds.
And Biddle took an elbow from Kaufman-Wren. He's lucky. The refs might take a look at that. Kind of swung with his left shoulder. Nate with his second block of the game. Purdue looking to get Kaufman-Wren the ball early. He's touched it almost every single possession in the post.
Ducks will send Kwame Evans Jr. and Keyshawn Barthélemy in, getting Tracy and Angel a break at the 16:50 mark in the first half. First sub for the Ducks. Oregon doubling up Purdue 6-3. Inbound to the right corner. Bounce pass now Kaufman-Wren from the right elbow, trying to get to the basket. Puts up a shot off the front of the rim, and a foul on the rebound attempt.
It looked like Caleb First kind of pushed Nathan Biddle for positioning down low, and the referee got him on it.
6-3 Oregon. Foul on First, and the second on the Boilermakers in the first half. Shot one off the front of the rim. Kaufman-Wren's been short a few times. Now Shellstad fires one up from the left corner. No good. Offensive rebound. Evans taken away by the Boilermakers. Shellstad was quick with a long two-pointer there, and it didn't go. Now Smith for the Boilermakers. Left elbow jumper. Good.
And that's a tough shot by an experienced point guard. This is not his first time in a big game.
6-5, Oregon still leading. Bounce pass inside to Biddle. Smith comes in to help, strips him, got it back. Pass to Barthélemy. Barthélemy now bounces it to Evans. Right side, double team comes. Evans throws it to Smith. Second time he's intercepted a pass. Smith gets it into the half-court offense. 6-5 Ducks. Next whistle will be the first time out of the game. Smith trying to move inside the lane. From 12 feet out, bounces it to Kaufman-Wren. Right block against Evans. And Biddle fouls him.
And that
was a shot up, and it was a hard foul.
They're probably going to take a look at this one. Nate got off his feet, decided he just wasn't going to get the shot up, and kind of came down over Kaufman-Wren right across his face there.
They'll look at it. I think you're right. It's 6-5 Oregon, first time out of the game with 15:37 to go. And Kaufman-Wren still down in some pain. Back to MKA after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
And we interrupt you with breaking news live from the Pepsi Wild Cherry aisle.
Steve, I've never seen anything like this. The bold, refreshing, and bursting with cherry deliciousness of Pepsi Wild Cherry is, well, let's just say everyone is getting wild. There's dancing, binge watching, and this on-the-scene reporter can't wait to pop, lock, and drop it.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Go ahead. Get wild.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
You know what I could really go for right now? Literally anything that comes in a McDonald's carton, wrapper, or bag. Or a McDonald's cup. Yes, any of those items should do it.
Or, Duck fans, why not get them all? Order with the app and get a bacon double cheeseburger, 4-piece chicken McNugget, small fries, and soft drink for only $7. Offer valid exclusively in the McDonald's app. Must opt into rewards at participating restaurants.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Ducks and the Boilermakers here at Matthew Knight Arena. Oregon 6 and Purdue 5. Ducks at 2 of 4 from the floor to start. Purdue 2 of 8. But the rebounding battle early, Purdue has 5 rebounds. Ducks have 2. That's going to be a key moving forward. That rebounding battle, particularly 3 offensive rebounds for the Boilermakers.
All from Kaufman and Wren, who's just playing a really physical, energetic game down low, and they're looking to get him the ball every single time. Oregon needs to take care of it when Purdue doubles in the post. Oregon's got 2 turnovers, kind of trying to make a home run play. Just make the simple pass out of the post, the hockey assist, and swing the ball around. You'll get the shot that you want.
A couple turnovers for the Ducks, too. Smith has stepped into a couple passing lanes and can't have that.
You can just see his experience on the floor. He stole that last pass and kind of smiled as he was dribbling up the floor. He's been here before. He's an experienced guard. It's going to be an entertaining matchup with him and Jackson Shellstad.
He and Shellstad, it's rare that I say there's a point guard that compares in the speed and quickness and the way they process the game, both physically and mentally. Smith does. And after the timeout, they have given a foul to Nate Biddle, and Kaufman Wren is shooting free throws with no one in the lane. So that puts Nate Biddle at the 1 foul, but the 2 free throws are going to also give Purdue the ball as Kaufman Wren hits both, now leading 7-6. So they gave Nate Biddle the upgraded foul.
And I don't think there was any question about that. It reminded me of maybe an 80s NBA playoff foul.
So Purdue will inbound from the baseline after the foul call. They get it inside quickly to Lawyer, and he hits the jumper from the right short corner. 9-6 Purdue. Shellstad's got it. Evans sets a screen for him. Purdue switches it. Now to Barthélemy. Left side. Barthélemy dribbles to the free throw line, floats toward the bucket, misses a runner. Rebound Purdue. Tough shot. First grabbed the rebound. First with it up top. Hand off to Smith. Smith to the left side. Hand off from Raleigh Burgess. Now a 3 up from the left side. Burgess missed it. Air ball. Ball ricochets around and goes out of bounds. It will be off Purdue, and the Boilermakers didn't like the call.
And I think this is where Oregon can make some ground on Purdue just with their depth. You look at Purdue's substitution. Kaufman Wren on the bench. An opportunity for Oregon to go ahead here, I think.
Shellstad pass to Barthélemy. Playing beyond the arc to Evans now, left wing. Evans to Bamba. Bamba dribbles. Hard drive toward the bucket. Misses the contested take. Rebound, Purdue. Smith to the right wing. Miles Colvin for 3. No. Offensive rebound. Thrown out of bounds. A whistle. It'll be duck ball as Miles Colvin put up his first shot coming off the bench today. 6-0 run for Purdue in nearly 2 minutes.
Oregon's got to keep Purdue off the glass. They're crashing so hard, getting a hand on almost every offensive rebound.
Shellstad coming across. Ducks have not scored in 3 minutes. Shellstad to the top of the circle. 17 to shoot. Pass to Barthélemy. Left wing, bounce inside to Evans. Double team comes. Kick out to Barthélemy. Throws it to Bamba. Right wing with 8 to shoot. Bamba to the free throw line. Euro step. Up and no good, but he traveled. Traveled on his way to the bucket.
I was about to say that was a really patient move. It looked like one referee called a foul and the other called a travel. Bamba does such a nice job getting into the lane. He's just got to finish those.
14:03 to go in the first half. Purdue by 3. Smith to the left wing, bounces it to the top. Burgess, handoff back to Smith to the free throw line, fades away, misses the jumper off the front of the rim. Rebound Ducks. Shellstad trying to go quick, gets by one defender, and is fouled around the baseline.
he puts so much pressure on the defense in transition. He's tough to stop, and you have to get in front of him. He's got that burst of speed, so quick to the rim.
Colvin whistled for the foul. That's the third on Purdue, first on Colvin. Ducks also have 3 fouls. Bam Tracy inbounding from the baseline. Slaps the ball, throws it to Evans' right elbow. He dribbles with the left hand, tries to spin to the basket, double team, throws it to Tracy at his feet, right corner, throws it through the hands of Cook and out of bounds.
And the adjustment that the Ducks need to make right now is that Purdue is doubling in the post on every possession right away. Don't try to make the home run play and skip it all the way across the floor. Just kick it out, swing the basketball, and get the shot that you want.
13:24 to go in the first half. Purdue by 3 still. Lawyer firing up a 3 from the left side, missed it. Bartholomew rebounds, throws it ahead to Cook. Cook stops, passes to Shellstad, now to Bartholomew. He fires a long 3, short off the front of the rim. Rebound goes out of bounds off Lawyer. It will be Oregon ball.
And Oregon was lucky there, throwing the ball to Supreme Cook, the 5-man in transition, barely able to hold on and kind of stop that secondary break before Bartholomew let the 3 go.
You can see the defense of Purdue, though. They've really tightened it up in the last 6 games where they've won 6 straight. They started the season 8-4. They've improved their opponent point per game total by more than 10 points per contest. And the defensive energy is, well, you can see it today. Angel up top as the Ducks send Angel and Biddle back into the game. Now to Shellstad with 11 to shoot. Oregon down 9-6. Shellstad moving around the perimeter, throws it to the corner. Now to Biddle, and he's fouled running inside the lane. Ducks with great passing. Shellstad to the corner, then to the wing. Then Bartholomew found Biddle cutting the basket, and he was fouled.
Great possession there. Jackson Shellstad with a little hesitation, freezes the defense, kicks it out, gets into the middle of the lane, and it just swung around. Great find there. Nathan Biddle cutting to the rim at the line for 2.
First one's good.
It's got such a smooth stroke. I think a real headline for Oregon is the success that Nathan Biddle has had. I think a lot of teams are considering him the best big man in the league and potentially in the country.
Hits them both. Oregon last scored at the 17:21 mark, and now it's the 12:49 mark. They're back in the scoring column.
Little tempo 1-2-2 press here from Oregon.
Jamari Phillips is in the game for the Ducks. Freshman getting some run in the first half. 1-point lead for Purdue. Both teams have missed 4 straight field goals. Harris, Jakari Harris in the game for the first time. Boilermakers pass it, swing it around to the right corner. Smith now a long 2 off the front of the rim. Rebound Heidi, and he puts it back in. A foul as well. Camden Heidi off the bench, leapt in the air and cleaned up the miss off the backboard to make it 11-8 Purdue, and he drew a foul on Jamari Phillips, the first on number 24 in white and green.
And that's Purdue's 4th offensive rebound. It's really been the differential in the game right now, getting those second chance opportunities.
They only have 2 second chance points, but a chance for some more here. Free throw's good. 12-8 Boilermakers. Bartholomew with it for the Ducks. Oregon without a field goal in over 5 minutes. Bartholomew to Angel, right elbow, driving, fouled. Foul on Colvin.
And that's a matchup that Dana Altman likes, getting the ball to Brandon Angel at the elbow and letting him make something happen. He's a great passer. He sweeps there, goes hard to the rim, and draws the foul.
2 fouls on Colvin. Angel will shoot 2 with the Ducks down 4. Brandon's an 86% foul shooter this year. Short.
And I think it's of note that, you've got Phillips, Bartholomew, all of these Oregon guards taking a turn on Smith. And I think in the second half, it'll probably favor Oregon with their energy, where Jackson Shellstad doesn't have to pick him up every single possession.
Angel makes the second 4 points for Angel, 12-9 Purdue, coming up on the 12-minute mark in the first half. Boilermakers almost stolen by Biddle, a pass across the timeline to Kaufman-Wren. Now Lawyer and Smith. A big scoring three for Purdue on the floor again. Smith from the left wing, help from a screen, bounce pass, Kaufman-Wren scores it. Heck of a pass, heck of a finish. It's 14-9 Purdue.
And that's where Braden Smith's so dangerous in that pick and roll. Tall order for Oregon to defend such an experienced point guard.
Bartholomew to Angel for the Ducks offensively. Down the right side, driving, scoring.
Same play as the last one. I think Oregon goes back to that until they prove that they can stop it.
3-point lead for Purdue. 14-11, under 12 now. Smith working here in the first half to Harris. Harris bounces it to Kaufman-Wren. Trying to go to work, throws it behind him, and the shot is blocked. Heidi went up, Biddle rejected it. Ducks the other way. Angel left wing to Bartholomew up top, over to Tracy right wing. Now Biddle fakes, throws it to Phillips. Phillips dribbles, launches, too strong on the three, rebound Purdue.
Maybe a little bit too early there, had Nathan Biddle in the post.
Smith left wing for the Boilermakers. Fakes at the left elbow, bounces it to Lawyer. He fakes, now fires, misses the three. Pretty good recovery defense by Phillips. Rebound Angel, outlet to Tracy. Oregon down 14-11 still. Tracy up top. Throws it to Biddle. Right wing three, tie game.
So tough for your big man to be able to pick and pop like that. Nathan Biddle, a 7-footer with a smooth stroke.
Going to have to hit some tough shots against a stingy Purdue defense today. Tied at 14, 10-14 to go in the first half. Smith gets to the right block, loses the handle, has to throw it out to the perimeter, swing to the left wing. Three is up, no good. Lawyer missed it, rebound Oregon. Dane Altman tells Jamari Phillips to slow it down. Under 10 to go in the first half. Tracy up top. Tries to lob it. He gets it to Angel under the basket, lays it in. Ducks lead at 16-14.
Such a tough pass by Tracy over the top. Brandon Angel with a great start to this basketball game, giving Oregon its lead.
7-0 run for the Ducks. Lawyer with it for Purdue. Oregon by 2. Pass inside to Kaufman-Wren. Gets one man in the air. Now misses a contested shot and is fouled on the offensive putback attempt. They're going to get Angel there.
Kaufman-Wren so physical in the post.
Brandon Angel picks up his second foul, and he's having a conversation with Vern Harris about it. That's a big second foul for Brandon Angel to pick up with his 8 points and 3 for 3 shooting day so far.
Kaufman-Wren's patient with it down there. He shot fakes. He gets Brandon Angel off his feet. Another offensive rebound on the putback. It looked like he might have got away with a little push off there.
Oregon 16, Purdue 14. Still a 7-0 run for the Ducks. Purdue, 2 of its last 11 from the floor and a scoring drought of 221. Ducks in front here in the first half with 9.5 to go until halftime on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
It's been so long. How have you been?
Hello, I'm doing well.
Dave, why are you talking that way?
Please say 1 for a compliment or 2 for a question.
Yeah, this is weird. I think I'm going to go.
Talking with an automated phone tree can feel pretty ridiculous. That's why when you call Pacific Source Health Plans, you'll get a real person to answer all your important questions.
Pacific Source Health Plans? This is a real person. How can I help you?
Human service, not automated phone trees. Find a plan at PacificSourceMembersFirst.com.
Your home for Oregon hoops.
Attack. One-on-one. He lays it in and scores.
Middle of the lane.
Oh, what a finish. He does.
This is Oregon basketball from Learfield.
Hardy Fiber Cement Siding handles conditions that can cause damage to vinyl. From fire to hail, Hardy Siding stands tall through it all, helping trade professionals look their best when they recommend Hardy Siding and Trim. See the proof at jameshardy.com.
Sometimes the thought of being in your warm and cozy home is what gets you through the day. But what happens when you get home and there is no heat? Who do you call for fast, reliable service? 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, you can consider it done when you trust the experts at ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember, back to the land of my first love. Would you spread
Today's game brought to you by BECU as an official partner of Oregon Athletics. BECU is proud to support the Ducks community. Oregon basketball is also brought to you by Les Schwab. Visit Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952. Head to leschwab.com. And with health plans for individuals, families, employers, and Medicare eligibles, Pacific Source Health Plans does what's right, not just what's required. Joey Mack along with Luke Jackson. Kaufman-Wren goes to the line after the foul against Angel. Kaufman-Wren's got 4 points, 2 free throws here. The first one's good. Kaufman-Wren, a 57% foul shooter. He averages 17.5 points per game.
And Oregon's done a great job. He's only 1 for 8. Nathan Biddle's got 3 blocks on the defensive end.
Hits the second free throw. Purdue pulls within 1. It ends the 7-0 run that the Ducks were on. Almost stolen on the inbound. Shellstad's able to keep it after Cox knocked it loose. That could have been disastrous.
And Oregon's got a mismatch with Jackson and Kaufman-Wren here. They had to switch on that inbound play.
Now the ball goes to Bamba for the Ducks. Biddle sets a screen for him. Bamba tries to go to work down the right side, driving, kicking. Tracy 3, the in and out.
That's a good possession from Oregon, and Bamba getting into the heart of the defense and kicking it out.
Smith works it for Purdue to the left wing, around a screen to the left post, and it's poked loose, stolen away. Bamba swipes it. That's the first turnover for Purdue as Bamba now slices into the middle of the lane. Left-hand finger roll, no. Offensive rebound, Bamba. Second chance for the Ducks to Biddle up top. Misses the triple.
TJ's doing a great job getting into the heart of the defense. He's just got to finish those close looks by the rim.
Tied at 16. Kaufman-Wren with it up top. Handoff to Lawyer. Comes around down the right side, driving, throws it inside. Biddle defending the dribbler first into the middle of the lane. Left-hand take, traveled.
Well, that was actually his second turnover. First, caught the ball with his foot on the baseline, and the referee missed it. Oregon's bench up off the seat.
Bench is in the game. They're aware. That's what you like to see, right?
Yeah. Well, the fans are into this game, too. Great crowd. Looks like it's a sold-out arena here.
8:08 to go in the first half. Bartholomew with it for the Ducks. Dribbles, handoff, Shellstad, top of the circle. Backs out toward midcourt. Now, jab step, fires, hits the 3! From the left wing, he stepped back, and he knocked it down to put Oregon up 3.
He just put Braden Smith on skates, little step back to the left. Jackson Shellstad, I love that matchup. That could be the play of the game right there.
Now Smith tries to answer. His 3 is short. Offensive rebound, Purdue. Ball out to Lawyer. Left wing triple. Hits it. The offensive rebounds, a difference maker. That's the 6th offensive rebound for Purdue. The Boilermakers have 8 second chance points. Tied at 19. 7:22 to go in the first half. Shellstad left wing. Shellstad loses the ball, able to get it back, throws it out of bounds off a Boilermaker, but then hit off Shellstad. It'll be Purdue ball out of the timeout. Maybe doing a little too much there.
Yeah, and then on the defensive end, you're not going to block a lot of three-point shooters. You just got to close out with high hands. Lawyer's a great shooter. You want to run him off the line, but he's also fundamental, as well as Purdue with only 1 turnover in the half with great execution. But so far, they've been doing a great job on Kaufman-Wren and Lawyer, but you look at Braden Smith leading the charge there for the Boilermakers.
Well,
great player.
The replay, let's just say that Oregon fans disagreed with the call down there at the baseline. It's 19-all with 7:14 to go in the first half on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear winter, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. So you bring the action and we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/24.
From the Oregon coast to the mighty Columbia, and from the Blue Mountains to the Siskiyous, we are with you. Whether your work takes you to the field, the forest, the factory floor, or the home office, no matter what you do, SAFE is with you, helping injured workers get back to work and helping to prevent future injuries by making each workplace safer and healthier. SAFE, workers' comp that really works. Learn more at SAIF.com.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give Duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your Duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
Dear winter, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. So you bring the action and we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/24.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now.
Ducks and the Boilermakers of Purdue tied at 19. Earlier, we were discussing how the three leading scorers for the Boilermakers are all from Indiana. And for the Ducks, the two leading scorers in Nate Biddle and Jackson Shellstad, Oregonians. Add Mookie Cook in there from Portland.
The battle of the natives.
It's a big deal.
Oregon in a full court press here, man-to-man press.
Purdue gets the ball in, and it deflects out of bounds.
They like to put KJ Evans on the ball with his length and athleticism, make it tough on the inbounder. Purdue with 5 offensive players in the backcourt, and they turn it over.
Bamba knocks it out, and then it goes onto the sideline. He steps, I should say, on the sideline.
He caught a timeout.
That timeout got called. How about that? So with 7:12 to go in the first half, Ducks are turning up that defensive intensity.
And I think Purdue just wasn't ready for that offensively. When you have 5 offensive players in the backcourt, it kind of shrinks the floor, not a lot of room for pass, and they just lofted that up. TJ Bamba went and got it before he stepped out of bounds. He was able to call timeout.
It's a nice play by TJ Bamba with that steal.
It's been a defensive battle so far, Joey, and both teams capable of putting up big numbers quickly. It's kind of which team's going to strike first and get going. Both teams well coached.
7:12 to go in the first half. Oregon shooting 40%. Purdue 27%. The Boilermakers have attempted 7 more shots than the Ducks in this game so far. Bamba will inbound from the sideline after he got that timeout in after the steal. Gets it to Shellstad. Shellstad dribbles, passes it to Evans up top. He's open for a 3 off the rim. Rebound, Purdue. Cox has
Almost
it.
2 open.
Outlet to Smith. Smith racing up the floor, goes high off the backboard for 2. Breaks the tie. It's 21-19. Thrown ahead to Barthélemy. Quickly to the right wing. Now to Evans up top. Evans backs out to the left wing. Ball goes to Shellstad. Shellstad, give to Evans. Now back to Shellstad. Long 3 is short off the front of the rim. Rebound, Purdue. 2-point lead for the Boilermakers. Smith, pass under the bucket. Kaufman-Wren dribbles and scores a power layup from the right side. 4-point lead for Purdue now. Bartholomew trying to answer in transition, fouled near the right block. Whistle goes against Smith.
Oregon right back after the score. Smith kind of getting in rhythm. Sometimes you just need to see one go in. But Kaufman-Wren is such a dangerous matchup in that mid-post with the pick and roll with Smith.
Bartholomew. Hits the free throw. First bucket for Bartholomew. He's on the board with 1 point. It's 23-20 Purdue. Next free throw good from Bartholomew. 23-21 Purdue. Smith up the floor. Defended by Bamba. Still dribbling around the center of the court. Now tries to get to the left wing, and it's stolen by Bamba. Takes it away. Pass ahead to Evans for a slam.
What a find by Bamba. Give credit to TJ Evans for sprinting the floor, catching that on the run, and finishing with a two-hand flush.
Great find. It's tied at 23.
I think TJ Bamba had to defend 4 pick and rolls there by Smith.
5th tie. Now to Lawyer up top. Down the right side, driving. Blocked out of bounds by Biddle.
Into about the second row. His 4th block of the game. Nathan Biddle defending the rim here.
4 blocks in 11 minutes with 5 points.
So effective at both ends with those long arms. Tough matchup on the offensive end, and he's not giving away anything down low here.
Baseline out of bounds for Purdue. Tied at 23. Inbound deflected. Biddle knocked it to Bamba. Great heads-up play by Nate Biddle. Now to Bamba. Down the left side, driving, scoring.
Finishing through contact with a left hand. Strong take by Bamba. He's getting the crowd into this game. Students on their feet.
Ducks are on a 6-0 run, 25-23 Oregon. Shellstad bothering Cox, pass to Smith. Smith, help from 2 screens. Bounces it to first. He's met at the rim. Blocked out of bounds.
KJ Evans just walled up at the rim as Purdue tried to finish over the top. Oregon's bigs blocking everything underneath the basket.
Big time defense from KJ Evans.
Getting a standing ovation from the crowd here.
First went for the dunk, and Evans met him with that physicality. Ball went out of bounds. Oregon basketball leading by 2. Ducks get it to Bartholomew. Now lob to Biddle. Tried to tap it in. Missed it. Rebound Purdue. Smith to the left elbow. Now gets to the short corner. Fades away. Misses. Offense rebound Burgess, and he scores off the backboard. An air ball that Burgess cleaned up to tie it at 25.
But again, affected by Nathan Biddle. Purdue with 6 offensive rebounds.
Evans up top. Hand to Bartholomew. Bartholomew, left wing, fakes, pass to Evans. Evans gets a man on the floor, drives inside, and is fouled by Burgess. Nice job using the fake. KJ Evans gave himself a lane to drive.
KJ Evans is a matchup problem at his height, 6'10", left-handed, athletic, and when he goes to the hole that hard, he's going to draw fouls. Good sign for Oregon with KJ being aggressive early in the game.
Burgess picks up his first foul, 7th team foul against Purdue, tied at 25 with 4:07 to go in the first half. 2 shots for Evans, a 73% free throw shooter this season. Perfect switch.
And he's been playing really well of late. Such a luxury to be able to bring a player as athletic as with his length and athleticism shooting ability, great defensive player. You just kind of see him growing up through this season.
Free throws good. He hit them both. 2-point lead for the Ducks.
Oregon back in the 1-2-2 press.
Oregon 8 of 9 at the free throw line early. 4 minutes to go in the half. Bounce to Lawyer, left side. Screen comes. Lawyer comes around to the right elbow. Bounces it under the bucket, and a foul. I think Cook reached around. Supreme Cook off the bench. Maybe a little too physical. His first foul with 3:51 to go until halftime. Good basketball game at Matthew Knight Arena. 27-25, Ducks lead on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
Deep in the woods. Deep in the woods. This is the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Consider it done with ABC. Our family's been available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for more than 65 years. ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
The good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
And my brain is saying, when it's time to go home, somebody call me a ride.
Love that guy.
Me too. Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
Blaring coming home here at Matthew Knight Arena. And for comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to SiriusXM Big Ten Radio, channel 372 in your car or on the all-new SiriusXM app. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/Big Ten Radio 2025. Ducks now in the Big Ten, and Hoodoo Ski Area has a big deal for all kids 10 and under. Kids ski and ride free all day, every day at Hoodoo. Oregon basketball is also brought to you by our friends at Pepsi, Bigfoot Beverages, and the Pepsi Go Ducks Game Day app. Download the app, follow the Ducks, go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Oregon needs to be alert right here. Baseline out of bounds. Purdue executes to score. Scored early in this game out of baseline out of bounds. TJ Bamba with 3 steals kind of leading this late run of Oregon's.
Inbound to Kaufman-Renn, left wing. He dribbles with the left hand, goes to the basket, fouled on an athletic play, and he scores. Hung in the air and drew the foul from KJ Evans.
I'm not sure who touched him there. It was an athletic, strong play. Great finish from Kaufman-Renn, but I'm not sure where the contact was.
Tied at 27 now. Kaufman-Renn will shoot one.
And Oregon has put Jadrian Tracy, Jackson Shellstead, Keyshawn Bartholomew, and Jamari Phillips on Smith. I think that kind of war of attrition as this game goes on will probably pay dividends down the stretch.
Free throw good. Purdue by 1, 28-27, 3:42 left in the half. Bartholomew, left wing for the Ducks, pass to Bamba, free throw line. Now dribbles to his right, tries to drive, met by the defense, and puts up a shot. It's tipped in by Biddle, and they're going to review it. And Coach Altman
That was a late call from a referee on the other side of the floor that really didn't have the angle. Coach Altman is not happy, and you hear the boos cascading down from the upper deck.
So they'll review it. As it stands right now, Purdue still leads 28-27. Check it at the break. Smith, and a foul away from the ball.
I think that Oregon's going to get that basket back.
Whistle goes against the Ducks as they wouldn't allow Harris to come through on a screen. It went on TJ Bamba. That's the first on Bamba, the 8th on the Ducks. So 1-1 for Harris, and he makes the front end. As it stands now, it puts Purdue up 2.
Purdue, a good free throw shooting team.
Next shot from Harris is good. So 30-27 Purdue with 3:14 to go. Coming up on the Toyota halftime. Oregon needs a little momentum here. Biddle with it up top. Biddle bounced pass to Bamba, and it went out of bounds. He led Bamba a little too much as he cut to the basket going down the baseline. That's the 7th turnover for the Ducks with just about 3 minutes to go in the first half. Still a 3-point lead for the Boilermakers. Purdue ball up top. Kaufman-Renn to Harris, right wing. Harris fakes, now passes to Lawyer. He dribbles against Shellstad. Gives it over to Kaufman-Renn. Zips it to the right corner. Heidi. Now swing to the left. Back to Smith with 7 to shoot. Comes around to the top of the free throw line. Pass under the bucket. Kaufman-Renn. Right hand take. No. Rebound Bamba.
TJ Bamba is doing such a great job defensively on Braden Smith. A great adjustment from Coach Altman the last few possessions. Just that little bit more size and physicality than the other guards.
And Camden Heidi, who called for a foul away from the ball with 2:28 to go. So Brandon Angel to the line for 1-1 for the Ducks after the 8th against the Boilermakers.
And Joey, this feels like an NCAA tournament game. I could see both of these teams making it to the Elite 8, Final 4.
Brandon Angel with 8 points goes to the line. In and out. Still a 3-point lead for the Boilermakers. 2:22 to go in the first half. Smith pass to Kaufman-Renn up top. Kaufman-Renn handoff to Lawyer. Lawyer spins near the right elbow, picks up the dribble, passes to the perimeter. Ball goes to Smith. Smith throws it to the right wing. Lawyer to the free throw line. Jump shot off the rim. Rebound grab by Angel. Quick outlet, Shellstad. Shellstad, as the Boilermakers get back on D, gives to Bamba. 3-point lead for Purdue. Barthelemy near midcourt. Pass to Shellstad, left side. Barthelemy sets the screen. Shellstad dribbles with his right hand, tries to get by Smith. Bounces it to the perimeter. Barthelemy triple. Short. Rebound, Purdue. Smith looking to run. A 1-on-3. Now he slows it down to the left wing. Help from a screen. Smith to the free throw line. Bounces it. Kaufman-Renn tries to go over the top of Biddle. Deflected right back to him. Kaufman-Renn now dribbles. Circles around and a whistle. Offensive foul called on Kaufman-Renn.
And Kaufman-Renn is such a physical player. He puts a lot of pressure on the officials to call a foul almost every possession. It's getting a little chippy underneath the basket. See how the Ducks can finish with 1:21 here in the first half.
Well, he's got 11 points, Kaufman-Renn does, but Oregon's made him inefficient. He's 3 of 11 from the floor. He is 5 for 5 at the free throw line, where he only shoots 57% on the season. Purdue by 3. Bamba left wing for the Ducks. Coming up on the 1-minute mark in the first half. Bamba dribbles, passes Shellstad, back to Bamba. Bamba, left-hand dribble, stops at the free throw line, out to Tracy with 5 to shoot. Tried to pass inside to Biddle, and he's fouled.
And Oregon was really trying to get the ball in there to Nathan Biddle. He had post position. They just didn't get it to him. Good patient possession. Nathan Biddle, a great free throw shooter. having such an excellent season after the first few seasons at Oregon, battling injury.
It's the second foul on Caleb First. Biddle hits the free throw. Gets Oregon within 2. Biddle now with 6 in the game. Oregon without a field goal in over 4 minutes. Trailing by 2. Purdue has not scored in 2:20.
And Nate Biddle's playing like the best big man in the country. I think he's got a real argument that he is that player.
The defense
and offensive end. He's been everywhere here for Oregon.
He hit both free throws. Now it's 30-29. Oregon down by 1. 43 seconds to go in the half. Braden Smith with it for Purdue. Preseason Big Ten Player of the Year. Bamba defending him. Gets to the right elbow. Fades away. Misses the jump shot. Shellstad is fouled by Harris.
And that's just a heady play, knowing that you're in the 1-and-1. Bump into a player, fall on the ground, draw a foul, shoot 2 free throws.
33.1 seconds to go in the first half. Shellstad will go to the free throw line. Shellstad on the year, 86% foul shooter. Switch. Tied at 30, and remember, the Ducks may still get a 2-point bucket back when they review that Biddle tip it.
I think they will. I think it was outside of the cylinder.
Shellstad hits the second free throw to give the Ducks a 1-point lead.
We'll see if they can finish the half here with a defensive stand. 3.1 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
2 different times in this half, Oregon has gone about 5 minutes without a field goal. And the Ducks lead by 1. Boilermaker ball. Lawyer gives it over to the right side. Harris. Harris gives to Smith. 22 seconds in the first half. Harris looks for the play call. Smith looks for the play call. Dribbling to the left wing, help from a screen. Tracy with him. Pass to Lawyer. Now to Kaufman-Wren around the perimeter. Back to Lawyer. Lawyer with 2 to shoot. Tries to drive inside. Shot clock violation.
And Bam Tracy just got his left hand on that as Lawyer drove to the basket, enough to get him off balance, lose control of the basketball. Oregon's going to have a chance to score with 2.3 seconds. Teams practice these last-second plays. We'll see what Dana Altman's got here.
(31-30) Oregon. Evans will inbound. Gets it into Biddle. Biddle with a dribble. Now a fire from midcourt. Oh, back iron. He almost got it. He almost got it. You know, that was heady from Nate Biddle. He took the inbound. He looked at the clock, knew he could take one dribble and set and fire. Had a chance at it.
He's got such a smooth stroke for a 7-footer. I mean, he shot a jump shot, and it was just true, just off the back iron. But great job by Oregon closing out the half, going up 1 against just a well-coached, well-oiled machine of the Purdue Boilermakers.
Oregon without a field goal, the final 5:17 of the half, and the Ducks lead 31-30 in a battle of a basketball game.
Both teams battle-tested, experienced in the preseason. Both teams have been there before. Both coaches have been there before. I think TJ Bamba, with the job he did defensively on Smith late in the half, could be an interesting matchup there with his size and physicality to continue that switch the rest of the game.
He's Luke Jackson. I'm Joey Mack. It's 31-30 Oregon right now, and they will review that Nate Biddle tip-in. We'll let you know if that score changes. Toyota Halftime continues. Everyone take a breath on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu, fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I order the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
Buy one, get one for $1 breakfast on favorites like toasty bagel sandwiches, hash browns, and more. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Shop online at Safeway.com. Head to the store and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Everything you need, from milk, eggs, fresh meat, and produce, and much more. Delivered right to your car. No need to leave the car or stand in line. And the best part, your groceries will be ready for pickup in just a few hours. Shop, drive up, and go at Safeway.com.
Your home for Oregon hoops.
Blocks him again. He hits it and he's fouled. Follows and slams.
This is Duck Basketball from Learfield.
Are you ready to take your small biz to the next level? At the UPS Store, we have the key to unlock a world of possibilities. We'll sign for your packages and protect them from porch pirates. We'll send text straight to your phone so you're in the loop for new deliveries and give your small biz the street cred it deserves with a real street address. So what are you waiting for? Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. Come into your local store today.
Babes, what are you doing?
What? I'm just mowing the lawn.
No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember? Smokey Bear says,
avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry.
Where'd you learn this?
oh, it's on
SmokeyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, Honey Bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
This is the Toyota Halftime Report on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield. Toyota, let's go places. A first half recap along with scores from the Big Ten and the rest of college basketball. And the first half stats. They're all right here. Now let's go back courtside. Here again, Joey Mack.
Along with Luke Jackson, John Lundquist, our statistician, Ashley Gentry in the OSN studios. We've got a great basketball game at Matthew Knight Arena. The Ducks lead the Boilermakers in this top 25 battle. 31-30. Oregon, without a field goal the last 5:17. Purdue did not score the last 3:17. Oregon and Purdue have both gone on 7-0 runs. The largest lead for Purdue, 5 points. Largest lead for the Ducks, 3 points. Kaufman-Wren, the leader in points and rebounds, 11 and 6 for Purdue. Braden Smith with 3 assists. Jackson Shellstad, 8 points. A couple of Ducks with 5 rebounds. And Jadrian Bam Tracy with 3 assists, your team leaders for the Ducks. I take it back. I mentioned a couple of Ducks with 5 rebounds. It's actually the team rebounds is the leading rebounder. You don't see that at halftime very often, but that's what the Ducks have right now. Each team, 7 turnovers. Ducks shot 36% from the floor, 8 for 22. Purdue, 31%, 10 for 32. 1 of 7 from 3 for Purdue, 3 of 11 from 3 for the Ducks. A very balanced game. I think the difference, though, at least one of them right now, Luke, the fact that Purdue has attempted 10 more shots than Oregon here in the first half.
You look at those offensive rebounds, 8 offensive rebounds, mostly by Trey Kaufman-Wren. It's shocking how much energy and strength and power he plays with. He's only 3 for 11. Fletcher Lawyers, 2 for 7, and Braden Smith is 3 for 8. So Oregon's done a good job on those guys, but they got to finish the possession and secure that basketball. Nate Biddle has done a great job. He's got 5 blocks on the defensive end to go with 7 points, and he's been securing the defensive end, but you can't give Purdue second chance opportunities. They can score in bunches and score a lot of points in a half. Oregon's got to continue the defensive effort and then execute on the offensive end in the second half.
31-30, Oregon with the advantage over Purdue. Toyota halftime with Ashley Gentry continues next on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Since 1894, the rivalry between Oregon and Oregon State has grown to a fever pitch. The 2024-25 rivalry series is in full force, and the action between the Ducks and Beavers will be exciting. Year after year, the student-athletes, coaches, and schools take great pride in being part of one of the longest rivalry series in the nation. The University of Oregon would like to thank Pacific Source Health Plans. Albertson Safeway, Toyota, and First Interstate Bank as being the proud partners of this year's Rivalry Series.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Go Ducks!
Going to the basket, he slams!
Left wing three.
Good! This is Oregon basketball from Learfield.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now. So good to see you.
The Toyota Halftime Report continues with a check of scores from around the country. Once again, to Ashley Gentry in the Learfield Network Studios.
Well, we have hit halftime at Matthew Knight Arena, a top 20 matchup between your 13th ranked Oregon Ducks and 17th ranked Purdue. And it is a heater, 31-30 at the halfway mark, and the Ducks have the 1-point lead. Quick look at the rest of the Big Ten because, well, there's only one game to touch on. It's number 24, Wisconsin, on the road taking on USC, and Wisconsin leads big at the halfway mark. It is 42-27 in favor of Wisconsin, and that's really the only other game scheduled for the Big Ten today. Tons going on in the top 25, but Oregon women's basketball back in action tomorrow at Matthew Knight Arena. They will be hosting Iowa at 2 o'clock tomorrow, celebrating National Girls and Women's Sports Day. To find out more about this, go to godocs.com/NGWSD. Oregon versus Purdue halftime, and the Ducks lead it 31-30. Quick timeout. We'll get you caught up on the top 25 right after this. You're listening to Oregon men's basketball from Learfield.
Dear winner, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. So you bring the action and we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/24.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. Sirius XM is your destination for all things college sports, and we've got you covered. On Big Ten Radio, there is complete coverage of every school in the conference, including live games, plus 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of Sirius XM free. Subscribe now. See offer details at SiriusXM.com/Big Ten Sports.
Flex Premium Athleisure is softness that plays hard. From the couch to the gym to the office and beyond, Flex gives you premium comfort and style that keeps up with anything without costing everything. Now take an extra 15% off Flex at Kohl's. Whether you're chasing the ball or chasing the kids, life's a workout. Flex with it exclusively at Kohl's. 15% off valid through January 20th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
Dear winter, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. So you bring the action and we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/24.
I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me, baby. Better than I've been to myself.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Oregon. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Oregon and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Oregon.
Approaching tip-off on the second half between Oregon and Purdue, and the Ducks lead it 31-30. Ashley Gentry taking a look at the rest of the top 25. And we've got plenty to discuss. Lots of final scores for you already. How about number 1, Auburn? 5-0 in SEC play, just one loss on the season. They're 17-1, and they hold off 23rd ranked Georgia 70-68, the final score. The number 4, Alabama, they were on an 8-game winning streak that did end with a loss against Ole Miss, 74-64, but they bounce back and get a win over 8th ranked Kentucky, 102-97, the final score in that top 10 matchup. Then number 9, Kansas taking on Kansas State, an in-state rivalry in the Big 12, and it is a 10-point victory for the Jayhawks, 84-74, your final score. Number 10, Houston hit the road down in the Sunshine State, taking on UCF, and it's a 1-point victory for Houston, 69-68, your final score. Lots of close games for you today. And then number 14, number 14, UConn upset by Creighton, 68-63 on the Huskies home court out in the Big East Conference. Couple of other games ongoing as we speak. Number 7, Marquette trailing Xavier at home 55-49 with just 3 minutes to go in the second half. And number 6, Tennessee and Vanderbilt knotted up at 28 apiece with about 5 to go until halftime. But at Matthew Knight Arena, it's a big game and a close score, 31-30 in favor of the Ducks. And we'll take one quick timeout and get you back courtside for the start of the second half. You're listening to Oregon men's basketball from Learfield.
Since 1894, the rivalry between Oregon and Oregon State has grown to a fever pitch. The 2024-25 rivalry series is in full force, and the action between the Ducks and Beavers will be exciting. Year after year, the student-athletes, coaches, and schools take great pride in being part of one of the longest rivalry series in the nation. The University of Oregon would like to thank Pacific Shores Health Plans, Albertson Safeway, Toyota, and First Interstate Bank as being the proud partners of this year's rivalry series.
You're listening to Duck Basketball. Duck Basketball. Duck Basketball. On the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, but you can't drive high. You can run, but you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
I left my heart in Oregon. Oh, I left my heart in Oregon. Yeah, I left my heart in Oregon.
Second half. Oregon 31 and Purdue 30. We've just been handed the attendance, 12,364. That's a sellout.
And it's just a great college basketball atmosphere. unbelievable guard play in the Big Ten. You think about Braden Smith, Jackson Shellstad, throw Yakachonis in there from Illinois. Which team's going to be able to hold on here? Oregon trying to defend the home court. So important in the Big Ten.
The Ducks have lost to Illinois and UCLA here at home. But the Ducks just keep winning on the road.
Well, I don't know if I count that UCLA loss. You missed that shot so bad it went in.
Yeah. It was a bank three. That's right.
But it does go down in the books.
Goes down in the books, exactly. Oregon ball as we resume play at Matthew Knight Arena. Joey Mack along with Luke Jackson. Tracy lobs it to Biddle under the bucket, and he touches it off the glass for two. Ducks by three.
And that pass was off the mark. Nathan Biddle, so agile to be able to catch that with an outstretched arm and finish with a reverse lay-in.
Smith bounces it to Lawyer. Now to Smith up top. Help from a screen to the right wing. Throws it to the top. Lawyer driving middle of the lane. Passes it off to First for a two-hand jam. The first points for First, and it's 33-32 now. Oregon by one.
And what we just saw was two great coaches drawing up a play coming out at halftime. Both teams scored.
Shellstad aided by an Angel screen to the left wing. Now pass to Tracy. Tracy dishes back to Shellstad. Shellstad to Biddle. Left wing three, off rim. Rebound First. Tipped out to him for the Boilermakers. 33-32 Ducks. Whistle away from the ball. That stops play, and Jackson Shellstad. No, he'll get Nate Biddle, I guess, for it.
Looks like he just had a forearm there in the back, a Kaufman rim. Just a little too much.
Purdue ball. Trying to back down. Kaufman-Wren. Blocked by Biddle.
Another block, his sixth of the game.
Shellstad, left wing. Dribbles to the free throw line. Stops, bounces it to Tracy. Left wing, now inside to Biddle. Biddle back out to Tracy. Left corner triple over the top of the rim. Rebound Kaufman-Wren.
And you like to see Bam Tracy kind of get out of the corner. He's on top of Nathan Biddle in the post.
Smith, right wing, getting loose for three. No good. Rebound Angel. Oregon by one. Coming up on 2 minutes into the half. Shellstad to Tracy. Driving baseline. Gets it to Bamba. Right corner. Misses the three. Rebound off the fingertips of Biddle. Goes out of bounds.
It's a good driving kick there by Bam Tracy, getting into the middle of the defense, kicking it out to a wide open shooter. Got to knock those ones down.
Smith crosses the timeline. Gets the ball now to the right elbow. Bounce pass to the block. First is fouled. And hit by Tracy.
And I think it's important to note just the effort and concentration of TJ Bamba guarding Braden Smith. A lot of times coming off 3, 4, 5 pick and rolls in one possession. He's doing a great job defensively.
Smith lobs it in, gets it on a handoff now, dribbling to the free throw line, bounces it to the block. Kaufman-Wren tries to go to work with the right hand and swishes it. Boilermakers take the lead, 34-33. 13 points from Kaufman-Wren, 17:30 to play. Shellstad across midcourt. Over to Bamba, now Tracy. And Angel right wing, whistle away from the ball again. And the foul is on Tracy. Barthelomew's going to check in for him.
The fans cannot believe that call. They've been letting them play all day. You hate to see when the refs don't call it consistently. It's been a physical defensive matchup, and man just shoved off a little bit too much there, and it gets called for it.
That's a third on Tracy. Might not see him back in the game for a bit. 1 point lead for Purdue. Right wing on a catch. Handoff to Smith. Bounces it to First. Drives inside. Scores with the left hand through some contact.
Athletic left-handed finish there from first. Oregon almost turned the ball over. You have to be aware Purdue will sneak a guard in there and kind of tip it away, kind of hide behind and just slide in there at the last minute and try and get a quick steal.
And now C.J. Cox fouled Shellstad before he could even take the inbound pass.
Yeah.
Cox picks up his second, the first on Purdue in the second half. Bounce pass to Biddle, top of the circle. Biddle bothered by two defenders. Zips it over to Bamba, right wing. Bamba dribbles between his legs, surveying the defense. Now attacks, cut off at the baseline. Bounce pass out to Angel. Angel from the right wing throws it to Biddle. Biddle launches a triple off the rim, and the rebound goes out of bounds on the sideline.
Just out of the outstretched hands of Brandon Angel, just a little late reacting. Looked like he's going to come up with that offensive rebound.
Gives the ball back to Purdue with a 3-point lead. 6-0 run for Purdue in 3 minutes. Ducks have got to answer with some defense. Oregon is 0 of its last 4 from the floor. Smith chased by Barthélemy. Offensive foul called. Smith pushed off.
You like to see the crowd getting into the game.
Oh, excuse me, it's
chanting.
on first. It's on first. That's his third. So first checks out, and Heidi's back in.
The sold-out crowd getting into the ball game.
Cox again, bothering Shellstad in the backcourt. 16-10 to play, 3-point lead for the Boilermakers. Shellstad hands it, Bamba, zips it to Barthélemy, dimes to Angel left wing. Angel dribbles, passes, Shellstad right wing, dribble in, feels out the defense. Left hand pass to Angel. Angel spins toward the basket, floats, misses in and out. From 5 feet out, he makes that 99% of the time.
Good strong take there by Brandon Angel. Just couldn't finish with the floater.
Now Smith. Bounce pass to Kaufman-Renn. Backing down in the middle of the lane. Angel took it away from Kaufman-Renn. And a foul is called.
Looked like he might have got
That's
him
his
on
third.
the arm.
With 15:35 to play.
And I'm not sure that Brandon Angel needed a double there. Kaufman-Renn giving up about 5 inches to Nathan Biddle, who's been so effective down low, blocking everything around the rim.
That's the third foul on Angel. Both he and Tracy now with 3. Timeout on the floor. Boilermakers by 3, 36-33 on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear winter, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. So you bring the action and we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/24.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Other places make you pay extra for that. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less. Book your appointment at leschwab.com. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com for details.
Pizza just goes better with Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Pizza.
Thank you. But don't take our word for it. In fact, don't take any words for it. Crispy and cheesy, paired with delicious and refreshing. My mouth is watering already. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Before halftime beers turned into a tough nail biter, and before cheering for opposing teams turned into unexpected friendships, someone had to bring the 6-pack of Kona Big Wave. Kona Big Wave, bring the aloha. Copyright 2024 Kona Brewing Co. St. Louis, Missouri. 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly. Quick basketball brought to you by Pizza Hut. Check out pizzahut.com for great deals. No one out pizzas the Hut. And Oregon basketball is sponsored by OCCU. Duck fans get more for the things they care about with remarkable checking and the Duck debit card. More for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Learn more myoccu.org/getduckdebit. It's a career high in blocks for Nate Biddle. He's got 6 now. Previous career high, 4 against Montana.
He's doing a great job defensively. Oregon needs him to knock down a couple of those open threes. He's just 1 for 5 from the three-point line, but he's playing a complete game. Oregon just 3 for 15. Knock down a couple threes, maybe open this game up a little bit.
36-33 Purdue. Boilermakers inbound. Lawyer, a runner from the baseline right side, no good, and it ricochets out of bounds. It'll go to the Ducks.
It's been a defensive battle. Purdue 1 for 8, Oregon 3 for 15. Both teams kind of clogging the lane, showing bodies on the drive and kind of daring the other team to shoot a little bit.
15-23 to play. Ducks down by 3. Ball to Bartholomew. Bounce off a foot, looking for Biddle on a cut to the basket.
That'll reset the shot clock to 20.
Had Nate Biddle on the show this week. He was in the Country Financial studio. Talked about his game and his growth defensively, and we covered a lot of other things, including who would win the three-point contest. Evans takes the ball on the inbound to Bartholomew, over to Shellstad at the top. Shellstad defended tightly by Smith. Now he tries to race by him, gets by him, tied up, jump ball called. Purdue has the possession arrow.
Normally you don't help out of the corner off a shooter in Bartholomew, but Cox gambled there and was able to tie up Shellstad.
Inbound to Smith. Smith and the Boilermakers on a 6-0 run in over 4 minutes. Purdue with it now to Kaufman-Red. Trying to back down Biddle. Kaufman-Red. Physical to the bucket. Short on the attempt. Rebound, Nate Biddle. Ball goes to Bamba now. Bamba spins, kicks out. Shellstad misses the triple right wing, and a foul called on the floor on the rebound.
Kaufman-Ren just held Nathan Biddle's arm. He would have grabbed that basketball right in front of the official. Well, that was a good driving kick there from Bamba out to Jackson.
The third team foul on Purdue, the second on Kaufman-Ren. From the baseline, TJ Bamba will inbound, lobs it to Biddle toward the top. Biddle dribbles with his left hand, hands to Evans. Evans, right side drive, kicks out. Bamba for 3, right wing, off the rim, rebound Boilermakers.
And that's a good possession. Drive from Evans, kick out. TJ Bamba's got to knock that down. Oregon so desperately needs him to knock down a few threes.
Smith gets the ball to Kaufman-Ren at the free throw line. He throws it to the perimeter. Heidi now to Cox. Top of the circle. Cox dribbles to the right. Passes it to Kaufman-Ren around the perimeter with 9 to shoot. Kaufman-Ren, the big man, just decides to launch it. Misses too strong. Ball deflects out of bounds off the Ducks. 13:55 to play. Bamba out. Tracy in.
And a rough shooting night for both teams. Defensive battle.
30% shooting for the Ducks, 33% for the Boilermakers. Baseline out of bounds to Burgess. Left elbow, handoff to Smith. Free throw jumper. Back iron, rebound Ducks. Evans snags it. Outlet Bartholomew. Across the timeline. Help from a screen. Bartholomew down the right side, drives, kicks, throws it to the fans sitting courtside. A little discombobulated for the Ducks offensively now.
And these are golden possessions with Kaufman-Ren on the bench. Oregon's got to take advantage of that down low.
That's a good point.
They're not as good offensively either. You're going to look for Braden Smith and maybe Colvin or Lawyer to get involved.
Smith throws it to Heidi. Right wing triple, open, and he drills it.
A.J. Evans was just late on the closeout, gave him a wide open 3.
33% shooter on the year. Knocked down the open one. Boilermakers have opened up a 6-point lead. 9-0 run for Purdue. Biddle to Evans, left wing. Evans swing it back up top to Biddle. Now to Shellstad at midcourt. Help from a screen. Shellstad against the switch defender. Launches the 3. Can't answer. Rebound, Nate Biddle. Ball deflected and on the floor, rolls out of bounds. It will stay with the Ducks on the sideline.
Oregon fortunate to come up with that basketball. Looked like might have gone off of Nathan Biddle on the swipe there, but I don't think they're going to complain.
Ducks have missed 8 straight field goals and have turned it over 3 times in just under 7 minutes. Inbound to Biddle. Biddle hands to Shellstad. Free throw line runner. Off back iron. Rebound Purdue. Colvin outlet to Smith. Ducks get back on D. Half-court offense for Purdue. 9-0 run for the Boilermakers in nearly 7 minutes. Up top, Burgess for 3. Way off the mark. Air ball out of bounds. Maybe that'll get the Ducks going.
It's usually Barthélemy in these moments where Oregon goes through a dry spell where he'll step into a 3 and get the offense back on track.
12:24 to go. 9-2 the scoring in the second half. Purdue on a 9-0 run. Ducks scored first. All Boilermakers since. Ball to Biddle. Throws it to the right wing. Barthélemy fakes. Swing it. Back to Biddle. Left wing 3. Off rim. Rebound. Boilermakers. Colvin.
Oregon's getting good looks.
0 of their last 10 from the floor. The Ducks are 1 of 11 in the second half. 9%. Smith. Left side drive. Fouled on his way to the bucket. Timeout on the floor. 11:53 to play. Ducks have got to hit some shots. 39-33, Purdue in front on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
First Interstate Bank is the proud sponsor of the Community Hero Program. Throughout the year, Duck fans have been submitting stories about heroes in our community, and First Interstate Bank wants to recognize Robin Reedy. Robin is a dedicated coach and manager for Special Olympics Douglas County, working tirelessly 7 days a week to support athletes and special needs individuals. Always going the extra mile, she even helps out in neighboring counties when needed. On behalf of First Interstate Bank, thank you, Robin Reedy.
It's another exciting season of Duck basketball. Let's keep the fun going all season long by making sure everyone gets home safely. Before you start your car, always put your phone in park. That means turning notifications off, putting both hands on the wheel, and keeping your eyes on the road ahead. Because distracted driving puts everyone at risk. That's why it's illegal in Oregon. So don't let a fun day end badly, and let's all get there safely. Park your phone. It's the way to go. A reminder from ODOT. When you stay healthy, you can play to win. Optum Oregon is here to keep Duck fans in championship form. They offer affordable, quality care that's easy to access. Their lineup includes primary, specialty, and immediate care, plus innovative virtual care options when you're short on time. It's everything you need to feel your best. Optum is here for Duck fans and for Oregon. Learn more at OptumWinningPlay.com. That's OPTUM winningplay.com. $11:53 to play. Purdue 39, Oregon 33. The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. Duck basketball is also brought to you by Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment, Choose Chill, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. 9-0 run for Purdue in 7:33. Ducks have missed 10 straight. They're 0 of 8 from 3 in the second half. A scoring drought of 7 minutes and 57 seconds. Got a score out of the timeout.
And Purdue's just clogged the lane and dared Oregon to shoot. They've doubled the post. Oregon's going to have to step into some of those threes, knock them down. Sometimes you just see one go down and it opens up the rim the rest of the way.
Evans, Biddle, Tracy, Barthélemy, Shellstad, the 5 out for the Ducks. And today's game is presented by BECU, an official partner of Oregon Athletics. BECU proud to support the Ducks community. That Ducks community turned out today. It's a sellout at Matthew Knight Arena. The crowd can help get the Ducks right back in this thing.
Great crowd here. Oregon's no stranger to coming back and winning from behind. They've been the comeback kids all season.
6
There's
wins.
no
quit.
There's no quit in this team. And, you know, a 6-7 point deficit is nothing. for Coach Altman and these Oregon Ducks.
Oddly, Oregon was winning at halftime, so you can't increase the 6 that the Ducks have come from behind at half and won, but they're down big here, 41-33 after Smith hits both free throws. Bartholomew up top for the Ducks. To the left wing, passes it to the corner, Tracy. 3 ball. Yeah!
And that might just be the one that opens up the rim for the Ducks.
First points for Bam Tracy. 40% from 3 on the year, and I felt like they let him shoot it.
Well, it was a good little set play from Coach Altman, the down screen.
And now a foul called as Heidi got a 3-up around a screen. I think Evans tried to fight through it too much. That's 2 on KJ Evans. 5-point lead for Purdue, 41-36.
I think there could have been a flop there from Lawyer. He got up off the floor with a smile on his face.
Ducks are now 1 of their last 11. That ends a streak of 10 straight misses. Inbound to Burgess for Purdue. Give to Lawyer now, near midcourt, and to Smith. 14 to shoot for the preseason player of the year in the conference. Smith to the right elbow, fading away. Missed the J. Rebound Evans.
This is Oregon's best shooting lineup that they have on the floor.
Ahead to Bartholomew quickly. Purdue got back. Now Evans tried to get it to Tracy. Deflected by Smith. Grabbed by Tracy. Back to Burgess, who throws it ahead to Colvin. Fouled by Biddle. He didn't make the shot, but the Ducks will get another foul on the ledger, and free throws will come for the Boilermakers. And that is the 3rd foul on Biddle.
And when you're playing against a top 25 team and a well-coached, well-oiled machine like Purdue, you have golden possessions in a game. You just have to take care of the basketball and continue to execute, not give them any opportunities to see that ball go in. Careless turnover there by Oregon.
Colvin hits the free throw. You got to like the effort from Bam Tracy diving after the ball, but then did throw it to a Boilermaker. So
yeah, that
Biddle
was an
checks
ultimate
out.
effort to go get it. He flew across the floor, probably covered 15 feet diving to get it, but almost went over and back and threw it right to Purdue and down for the foul.
Colvin no good on the free throw. Ricochets to Tracy. It's 42-36 Purdue, 10:43 to play at MKA. Shellstad up top to Angel, left wing, bounce pass to a Boilermaker, stolen by Colvin, who's looking inside for Evans, and Colvin was ready for it. Smith, left wing, now elbow to the short corner, bounces it Kaufman-Wren, middle of the lane, ball on the floor, he dives on top of it, jump ball called, Oregon's out of bounds.
And this is a small lineup that Coach Altman has out on the floor. All 5 guys can shoot the basketball. You got KJ Evans and Bartholomew, Bam Tracy trying to ignite a little offense.
Ducks force the mutual possession, and the Ducks will take possession with the arrow.
Uncharacteristic turnover there from Brandon Angel. Such a smart player.
Shellstad gets the play call for the Ducks. Hand off to Tracy, center of the floor. Tracy to Evans. Up top, 11 to shoot, back to Shellstad, comes around to the right side, passes Angel, driving baseline right side, shot up, scores it with the left hand.
Big time play from Brandon Angel.
First
so
duck in double
fundamental, finishing with the left hand through contact.
10 points on 4 of 5 shooting. Oregon's within 4. No field goals for Purdue in over 3.5 minutes.
The crowd's on their feet.
Smith has it. Dribbling near the right elbow. Back out to the perimeter. Over to the left side, Lawyer. Lawyer with 7 to shoot. Puts it on the floor to the free throw line. Crosses through the lane. Fades away. Misses the jump shot. Angel rebounds for the Ducks. Oregon down by 4 with the ball. Bartholomew gets it to the short corner, left side, passes to Angel. Ball deflected back to Bartholomew. And a timeout by Keyshawn Bartholomew with 9:11 to play. That'll be a full timeout. The first called timeout here of the second half sends us to a break. Purdue 42, Oregon 38. A good finish ahead on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Shop online at Safeway.com. Head to the store and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Everything you need, from milk, eggs, fresh meat, and produce, and much more. Delivered right to your car. No need to leave the car or stand in line. And the best part, your groceries will be ready for pickup in just a few hours. Shop, drive up, and go at Safeway.com.
If you know your party's extension, press or say 1. To leave a message in our company mailbox, press or say 2. Spoiler alert, it will be full.
Representative.
Would you speak to your mother in that tone?
Speak to a real human being.
You shouldn't need to shout into the void to get your health insurance questions answered.
Pacific Source Health Plans. This is a real person. How can I help you?
Human service, not automated phone trees.
Before watching the big game in the arena next to strangers turned into cheering for the home team with new friends, someone had to bring aloha. Kona Big Wave, bring the aloha.
Copyright 2024 Kona Brewing Co., St. Louis, Missouri. 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
Dear winter, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. So you bring the action and we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/24.
Visit Safeway, the official grocer of the Oregon Ducks, for all your favorites. Oregon basketball is also brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Keyshawn Bartholomew had to take a timeout. Well, the Ducks are 2 of their last 12, but here's the good news. They were 0 for their last 10. Now
Brandon Angel, KJ Evans, all guys that can shoot, trying to spark a little offensive run here.
Bamba will inbound right in front of our broadcast location near the Duck bench. Now to Evans and to Tracy, right wing. Tracy dribbles toward the short corner. Zips it to the left corner. Shellstad hits the triple.
What a pass from Bam Tracy. It's just a laser underneath the basket to find Jackson Shellstad. Baseline drive, baseline drift. Number 3, 4-3.
Ducks within 1. Now Smith, right wing. Bounce pass, Heidi up top. Gives it back to Smith. 14 to shoot. Smith trying to create into the lane. Bounces it to Kaufman-Wren. Scores left block.
That was a hard-fought battle down there between Kaufman-Wren and Brandon Angel. They've been scrapping all day long in the low block.
44-41 Purdue. Bamba loses the ball as he tries to navigate into the lane. And a held ball. It will be Purdue out of bounds.
Purdue is not letting Oregon post up. They've got 4 defenders on the elbows and the low block, doubling in the post instantly.
8:17 to play. The Ducks last led at the 19:26 mark here in the second half. Oregon had a 1-point lead at halftime. Purdue is +8 in second chance points. Smith, left wing 3 off a dribble, too strong. Offensive rebound, Purdue, foul on the floor.
Purdue lucky that wasn't called a travel before they called a foul. But you have to give credit to Trey Kaufman-Wren, playing so physical down in the post.
And that is the 8th foul against the Ducks. Purdue, 3 fouls. Bamba's second. Kaufman-Wren at the line, a 57% free throw shooter. Good. And in this game, he has bucked that percentage trend. He's 6 of 6 at the charity stripe.
Yeah, just 4 or 5 of 15, working very hard for every basket. But with Nathan Biddle on the bench,
And he hits both.
It's a little bit easier matchup. Brandon Angel's got his hands full down there.
46-41, Purdue. Shellstad picks up the dribble, passes right side, driving. Angel missed it. Rebound, Purdue. A lot of contact, didn't get the call.
Looked like he got hit on the arm there, point blank. No call from the official.
Smith dribbles down the right side, throws it to the perimeter. Heidi fakes. Now he drives, picks up the dribble, kicks back out. Harris 3 off the rim. Rebound, Shellstad. A bit too strong from Harris, a 24% three-point shooter. Now Bamba, left wing 3, short. Rebound, Smith. He was wide open, and Bamba deflected the ball out of bounds in transition. Smith had it knocked loose, and Purdue will inbound from the baseline after the timeout. Man, Smith gave TJ Bamba the 3, dared him to shoot, and the 28% three-point shooter didn't hit it.
And TJ Bamba can knock down that shot. He's
37% from 3 in his career.
As a coach, you pat him on the back. You say, hey, step into that one with confidence. We know, we believe in you. We know you can knock that down. But you're right. He was dared to shoot that and just kind of overthought it. Didn't shoot it in rhythm, and that's not what you want to do. You just, hey, the next one's going in. The next one's going in. And TJ Bamba, who's so great at getting the ball to the hole, needs to see one of those go down, get in rhythm.
7:18 remaining. 46-41, Purdue leads on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
You're listening to Duck Basketball.
Left wing 3, yeah! Toward the basket with a slam!
On the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Purdue ball to inbound out of the timeout with 7:18 to go. They quickly go to Colvin. He misses a jump shot from the right corner. Rebound Angel for the Ducks. It's 46-41 Purdue coming up on the 7-minute mark. All 3 Ducks that have 3 fouls are in the game. Tracy, Angel, and Biddle. Here's Shellstad with it to Tracy. Left side, Tracy dribbling, attacking, tried to throw it to Bartholomew, but Bartholomew was cutting back to the middle of the floor, and he threw it out of bounds. Tracy did.
Trying early in the possession to get it to Nathan Biddle. Braden Smith, kind of a Ranger rover on defense, always lurking behind the intended post man, making it tough on Oregon on the block.
6:54 to play. Oregon now with 14 turnovers. Purdue with 13 points off of them. Boilermaker ball. Smith passes it to the top first. To Kaufman-Red. Left side around the perimeter. Dribbles with the left hand toward the short corner. Now tries to back down Angel. Left mid post. goes to work. Lobs one up, missed it. Offensive rebound. Ball ricochets out of bounds off Purdue.
And it is amazing how much contact the referees are allowing down there. Kaufman-Renn leads with that elbow. Got to give Brandon Angel a lot of credit. There's no quit in him on defense.
Shellstad brings it up. Purdue 0 of its last 4, but the Ducks have not scored in over 2.5 minutes. 5-point lead for the Boilermakers. Shellstad passes to Biddle. Left block. Throws it to Tracy. Cut into the basket. Cut off. Back out. Shellstad triple. Off rim. Ball to Tracy. Now to Bartholomew.
And I'd like to see more of that head tap, high ball screen with Nathan Biddle and Jackson Shellstad.
Tracy left wing with it. Pass under the bucket. Stolen. Grabbed by Purdue. Deflected away as the Ducks tried to get it inside. 46-41 Boilermakers. Neither team has scored in over 2 minutes. Smith passes it to Kaufman-Renn, gets it back, right wing, trying to drive baseline, double team, throws to Kaufman-Renn. His shot is good with the right hand. He hit it from about 8 feet out. He's got 19 points, 48-41 Purdue. 6-0 run for the Boilermakers. Foul against Purdue around the top of the circle on the ball handler Bartholomew. Caleb First whistled for his 4th and Purdue's 4th.
It's been a physical game all day.
Ducks got to get something going against this stingy Purdue defense. 23.5%. That's what Oregon has shot from the field in the second half. Ball into Biddle, top of the circle, picks it up, hand to Bartholomew. Bartholomew lobs it toward Biddle, fouled and one, and he scored.
And that's just what Oregon needed. Bartholomew comes off, freezes the defense, got Nathan Biddle on the roll. Great pass. Biddle catches and finishes off the window through the contact. He'll go to the free throw line. Bartholomew, throughout the season, has come up with some pretty big plays to ignite the offense for Oregon.
48-43 now, Biddle to the line. I had to repeat it, and one, and he scored because it was an impressive take by Nate Biddle. He hits the free throw. Oregon back within 4. Smith handles it for the Boilermakers. Passes to the right wing. Heidi. Swing to the left, Colvin. Now Heidi up top to Kaufman-Renn. Big man, hand off to Smith around the perimeter. Around a screen. Smith toward the right block. Missed it off the backboard, but Kaufman-Renn jammed it on the offensive putback.
And that was just a patient, well-executed play. Just didn't finish it with the defensive rebound from Purdue.
6-point lead for the Boilermakers, 50-44. Shellstad double screen for him up top. Bounce pass, Biddle. Now inside to Angel. Throws it to Bamba, cutting to the basket, rises to the rim, and scores.
And Oregon needs to create a turnover, get something in transition, get a stop and a good possession on the offensive end.
50-46. Smith runs toward the bucket and hits the runner from the right mid-post. 52-46.
That's just the experience of Braden Smith getting into the heart of the defense.
Bartholomew's got it for Oregon. Gets help from an Angel screen. Launches a triple off the side of the rim. Rebound, Purdue.
And it looked like he might have gotten bumped on that three-pointer. No call.
Braden Smith handles it. Bamba defending him. He gets by him, but ball deflected. It goes to Shellstad. 3-on-1. Runs in and scores.
Wow, the speed of Jackson Shellstad. All out down the floor, finishing with the left hand over Kaufman-Renn.
Boy, that's the burst that Jackson Shellstad has. They're going to shout at Matthew Knight Arena with Purdue leading 52-48. Oregon taking the timeout. We're back to Matthew Knight after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear winter, Toyota can't get enough of you because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. So you bring the action and we'll bring the traction. Always Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's websites as of 10/20/24.
You know what I could really go for right now? Literally anything that comes in a McDonald's carton, wrapper, or bag. Or a McDonald's cup. Yes, any of those items should do it.
Or, Duck fans, why not get them all? Order with the app and get a bacon double cheeseburger, 4-piece chicken McNugget, small fries, and soft drink for only $7. Offer valid exclusively in the McDonald's app. Must opt into rewards at participating restaurants.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Yeah, add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Before halftime, beers turned into a tough nail-biter, and before cheering for opposing teams turned into unexpected friendships, someone had to bring the six-pack of Kona Big Wave. Kona Big Wave, bring the aloha.
Copyright 2024 Kona Brewing Co., St. Louis, Missouri, 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
Shouting at Matthew Knight Arena, where Duck basketball is brought to you by Slocum Center. 58 years as the Ducks' official team doctors. Kaufman ran up to 21, Smith with 11. Oregon has 3 players in double figures, led by Jackson Shellstad's 13, Nate Biddle's 12, and Brandon Angel's 10. Well, if that doesn't fire you up, I don't know what will.
If they can keep the ball out of Smith's hands, I think one of these other guards might turn it over in the backcourt. Oregon needs to get something in transition to get going on offense.
It's 52-48 Purdue. Smith across the timeline, dribbles to the right wing, fakes, bounces under the basket. Kaufman-Renn is fouled. He quickly tried to go up and got knocked.
Now he's been perfect from the free throw line, 7 for 7 over the season. Not a great free throw shooter.
9th foul against Oregon, 3rd on Bamba. 4 Ducks with 3 fouls. Kaufman-Renn, good on the free throw. Man, a difference in the game. A guy who is at 57% is perfect 8 for 8.
Yeah, and Purdue has needed him to knock down those free throws. It's been all Kaufman-Renn on both ends of the floor with a double-double, 22 points, 10 rebounds.
He got it. 6-point lead for Purdue. Shellstad with it for the Ducks. Gets by the defense, driving right side, took some contact, lobbed one up, didn't go, didn't get the call. Rebound Boilermakers.
Kind of slipped out of his hand for an awkward leaning shot.
Under 3 minutes now. Up top, Kaufman-Renn. Give to Smith. Comes around to the right elbow, jumper swish. 56-48, 13 points for Smith. Bartholomew, double screen up top. Passes to Biddle, one of the screeners pops. Too strong. Whistle on the floor as they're going to review a rebounding foul.
Looked like Braden Smith, point guard for Purdue, got caught right in the side of his head in the scrum underneath the basket.
I think they're going to review it on Bam Tracy. That was the fourth on Tracy with 2:33 to go. Boilermakers have hit 3 straight shots.
Well, you know, Matt Painter's been here before. They've come out of these last few timeouts, executed, gotten the shot that they wanted. And Braden Smith, so experienced, great ball handler, so patient. Oregon needs to finish this game out with just 2:33 left in the second half, enough time to catch up, but they're going to have to do it just about perfect on every single possession. And Purdue's an experienced team. They're a well-coached team. They're going to execute and probably draw the shot clock down every single possession.
Oregon closed to within 1 at the 9-minute mark. But they have not led. The Ducks have not led since the 1926 mark early here in the second half.
They've gotten decent looks. They just haven't been able to knock anything down from 3. They're 5 for 24. Purdue at times daring them to shoot from the 3-point line, keeping them out of rhythm in the post, doubling the post, clogging the driving lanes. It's been a defensive battle all day. Great crowd here at Matthew Knight Arena. Student sections both full and on their feet as the referees review this call.
Now the officiating crew telling the coaches what the call is. They're confirming at the scorers table. As it stands, it's the 4th foul on Bam Tracy. Looking at the replay myself, it seemed like the players were just coming down.
Well, you get a point guard underneath the basket amongst the tall trees. There's going to be contact. They're not used to that, and then he lays down on the floor.
They're going to call it a flagrant 1. So Smith will shoot 2.
Huge call against the Ducks.
And Smith hits the free throw. 57-48. And this is Purdue's largest lead. Smith hits both. Now a 10-point lead. Ducks will press. Inbound. Now ball to Lawyer. Harris still in the backcourt. Dribbles past midcourt. Bartholomew defending it. Hand off to Smith. And a foul whistled against TJ Bamba, it appears. That would be 4.
It's going to put Purdue at the line.
For 2.
Last thing you want to do when you're trying to get a stop is stop the clock, put the other team at the free throw line.
Harris hits the first free throw. Now 3 for 3 at the line. Purdue has hit free throws today. 90% in the game. On the season, Purdue 71%. Next free throw, no good, and Purdue with an offensive rebound. 2:18 remaining.
Kaufman-Wren has really put together a complete game for Purdue, coming up with that offensive rebound.
Smith tries to go right side, passes to Kaufman-Wren at the free throw line. He dribbles toward the bucket, met by Biddle, shot up, no good, rebound Ducks. 59-48 Purdue. Bamba drives and travels.
He was sliding to his left, a lot of contact. Looks just trying to do a little Euro step and just shuffled the feet.
Minute 50 remaining. 7-0 run for Purdue in about a minute and a half. They throw it ahead to Lawyer, who dishes to Harris, now Smith.
There's just enough separation with the 11-point lead that you can't really foul and add to it.
Smith, double screen for him, passes to one of the screeners, stolen by the Ducks. Bartholomew steps in front. Now he tries to race ahead, give to Biddle, up top to Shellstad. Shellstad passes left wing, Biddle 3, swish. 59-51, Purdue leading, and Dana Altman takes a timeout.
Oregon's going to have to come up with the steal here. Lengthen this game out.
That was Oregon's final timeout.
Get a steal, knock down another 3, maybe put Kaufman-Wren back on the free throw line. I mean, he's 8 for 8 now.
Yeah. 9 for 9.
9 for 9.
So eventually the 57% free throw shooter misses one, right?
Statistically speaking, but he's just been a tough matchup. Been all over the offensive boards, finished at the free throw line. Oregon needs to get a stop or a turnover, speed it up, knock down a 3.
Purdue has attempted 10 more shots than the Ducks in the game. A 12-5 advantage on the offensive glass.
And this has been one of the only games this season where Oregon needed a big bucket, and Keyshawn Bartholomew really wasn't able to get one, but he's only had 4 attempts.
Yeah, he's 0 of 4 and 0 of 3 from 3. He's only 2 points at the free throw line.
Oregon in a full court man-to-man press. They need to keep the ball out of Braden Smith's hands, who's slippery as it gets with the basketball. Trying to corral him is almost impossible.
Ducks press in. Now to Lawyer. Pass ahead to Heidi and fouled by Bartholomew. Bartholomew not in foul trouble himself. That's his second. 2 free throws for Purdue. Jamari Phillips going to come in for the Ducks. First free throw bounces out for Heidi, where he is 88% on the year. That's just the 4th miss this season for Heidi.
Hey, you never know. That's why you play till the end of the game. Got to make free throws down the stretch.
Heidi makes this one 60-51. Ducks throw it quickly ahead to Bartholomew. Now to Biddle. Right wing triple this time. Yeah.
Another 3 for Nathan Biddle.
A minute left, and it's a 6-point lead for Purdue. Boilermakers trying to get it in. And the Ducks steal it. Shellstad's fouled, trying to put one up. The Ducks were asking, as Jackson Shellstad stole the inbound, to review the clock.
It looked like the clock remained running in about 5, 6, 7 seconds. Those are precious seconds as Oregon can cut this to a 2-possession game here.
So just under 50 seconds. Shellstad got fouled, and he hits the free throw. So now it's 60-55.
And I think there's enough time left where Oregon doesn't want to take a foul right away. Try to get a turnover in the backcourt or a 10-second call. So difficult with Braden Smith and his dribbling ability.
Shellstad got that big steal, though, and now he hits both free throws. Oregon's back within 4. Ducks keeping up the press. Smith takes the inbound, throws it to Lawyer. Now Lawyer dribbling, trapped by Angel, who fouled him. Brandon Angel now with 4 fouls.
They had Lawyer in the trap there. He did a good job taking care of the ball. Brandon Angel stopping the clock, putting Lawyer at the line, a great free throw shooter.
Lawyer shoots and hits the free throw. 87% foul shooter this year. Five-point lead for Purdue. No good. Rebound Biddle. Quickly to Shellstad. Shellstad launching. Missed the 3 from the top. Ball in the corner. Out of bounds to Purdue. And I think they'll review it.
Nathan Biddle got or Brandon Angel, I think, tipped that ball. Barthélemy racing to the corner as we get a look at the replay.
Yeah. Worth the review for sure.
If it does end up being Purdue's ball, it's a tough place to take the ball out against a press in that corner.
I think Angel did tip it out. So I don't know, though, if Harris touched it trying to race after it. Then Barthélemy tried to save it, too.
It looked like it went off the outstretched fingertips of Barthélemy and nearly missed Harris as he jumped out of bounds over the basketball. It'll be Purdue ball in the corner.
That's what I think, too.
But again, he's not going to be able to run with the basketball. It shortens the floor in the press.
It does.
They've got to get the ball out of Braden Smith's hands, see if they can come up with a turnover in a basket with the ability to cut it to a one-possession game here.
And boy, I'll tell you, that Shellstad 3 wasn't off by much.
Just a little bit short on the 3. Full speed pull up against an outstretched defender. Does Oregon have enough with 33.1 seconds down? 5 points, 56-61.
Officials finished the review, it looks like, and it's Purdue ball.
Looks like Oregon is going to put Nathan Biddle on the ball. I like that. You have a 7-footer trying to block the inbounds pass with his length.
So they're going to put it on the sideline in front of Oregon's bench. Lawyer handles the inbound duty. He does get it in, and Jamari Phillips fouls Jakari Harris right away. That sends Harris to the line, where he, entering the game, is 6 of 7 at the free throw line.
Well, Oregon lucked out there. Camden Haiti, number 23, Heidi for Purdue, was streaking down the floor behind the Oregon defense. He was wide open.
Harris hits the free throw. In this game, Harris has been good at the line, 4 of 5. In this game, has almost attempted the same amount of free throws he had coming into the ballgame. And he hits both. Runs the score to 63-56. Quick inbound to Shellstad. Shellstad across the timeline, gives it to Angel, now to Biddle. Biddle to Phillips. 3, too strong. Rebound Purdue. Foul on the floor. And that's Brandon Angel's 5th foul. Angel fouls out with 10 points and 5 rebounds. KJ Evans back in.
This has been a hard-fought defensive battle by both teams. Oregon just had a lid on the basket.
Free throw good.
From the three-point line in the second half.
Ducks were 4 of 18 and started out at least 0 of 8.
And this is a good Purdue team. They were in the national championship game last year.
Heidi
lots of returners back.
Inbound to Bartholomew with under 20 now. 65-56 Purdue. Bartholomew passes to Biddle. Biddle, handoff to Phillips. And Ducks might just, nope, now Phillips will attack the bucket and lay it in. They blew the whistle after the basket because the clock kept running. Inbound to Smith, and that'll do it. Purdue 65, Ducks 58 in this top 25 battle at Matthew Knight Arena. Heck of a basketball game.
Got to take your hat off to Matt Painter, Braden Smith, Ren Kaufman, all experienced veterans for the Boilermakers. See this as a potential Sweet 16 or Elite rematch, Elite 8 rematch. Great guard play. Tough basketball game.
Tough basketball game for sure. We'll go through the numbers. Certainly one that's going to sting, though, as Purdue just pulled away when the Boilermakers needed to. Post-game show coming up. Purdue gets the win, 65-58 on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Oregon Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today.